Hi guys, welcome back to my channel A Dime and a Trip. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. So today I have another video for you guys. Today we're gonna do something related to my closet. I recently did some laundry and I was like, I can just show you guys how I organize my closet and pretty much what my folding techniques are and how I put away some of my sheets and bedding stuff as well. Okay, all right guys, so for my closet, as it relates to my clothes, I basically do two things. I fold some of my items and I also use hangers. Now, I already did my laundry, so these are some of the things that I already folded. I'm going to show you an illustration of everything that I'm talking about here, by the way. And I'm going to just show you in my technique that I use to fold my clothes. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I prefer to be able to like see the top part of the clothes so that it's easier for me to like select pieces. It's not the best technique if you are trying to conserve on space. You could like roll your clothes instead if you don't have a lot of storage space, but my preference is just to see what clothes or what shirt or what pants I want to wear on that day. And the benefits of doing this particular technique is that my items aren't crushed. You know, they don't look like crushed callaloo, because that's like one of my pet peeves. Even with shirts, I will iron my shirt if it's too crushed. As it relates to what I hang up, the same thing applies. Usually after I finish laundry and I take my items out of the dryer, I try to do it when it's really hot so that, you know, it's not soiled or crushed. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't happen, and when it doesn't happen, it looks something like this. And then I would either have to iron it or use a steamer. I tend to iron my clothes before I put them on the hanger because it just looks a lot better. The aesthetic is more appealing. So I'm going to show you how I go about using the steamer. For my bulkier items, I basically use ribbons, rope, anything that's long enough. And I use it to basically tie it down and make a knot. I'm not trying to promote Victoria's Secret here, but I basically recycled this from something that I bought. Yeah, so let's talk about this steamer. This steamer is by Conair. I'll try to leave the price in the description tab. And according to this box, or according to Conair, they said it's the #1 selling garment steamer. I don't know about that. It could be the #2, or it could be the #10th or 100th. I don't really care. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It works for me. It's basically self-explanatory. It's easy to use. You're gonna fill this up with water. You're gonna plug it in. You have the on and off button. You have a light here that tells you whether it's on or off. And 1, 2, 3. You let it rest. Once you see steam coming out, that means it's ready to use. One of the things that I want to point out before I get into using the steamer is when you add water to it, depending on how many garments that you have to like iron out, I would recommend that you don't fill it all the way to the max or over the max, because once this starts to boil up, you're going to have a case where actual water particles are going to ooze out of the steam section, and that's going to cause a whole mess. You may burn yourself if you have tender skin. And you don't want to do that. So I would recommend to fill it at least 3/4 to the max, right? Don't fill it all the way to the top, or don't add more water and say, okay, I'm adding more water, it's better. It's actually the worst thing that you can do. And it works for me. I don't have a problem. I'm going to show you how I use this. And obviously I'm going to say it's a recommended buy because it's easier to use depending on what items that you have. Some items it's better to use an iron, but for like my shirts, and especially things that are like kind of thin like this, my preference is to use the steamer. It's just more convenient and it's easier. 1, 2, 3. Okay, before I start, I've already added the water. To add the water, you're just going to unwind the top, and then you're just going to add the water in this hole here. Then you screw it on back as tightly as possible, and then you plug it in, and you're going to turn the on and off button. So I'm going to do that, and once it starts to steam up, you see my shirt here looking like crushed callaloo. I'm just going to iron that out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next time, as always, keep safe. Bye.